Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another in our series, our favorite songs of a given year. Today is 1985. Here with Doc, Brian, and Randy. We each list 50 songs, favorites, with some parameters, categories, so forth. Rank them on a point scale and come up with a consensus of top 10 songs of top 50 songs of 1985. Tonight's order is going to be Doc, Brian, Randy, and myself. And without any further ado, let's just jump in, welcome the panel, and see what we have here.
Let's find out why Doc's wrong. Let's do this.
We all know that going in. Need any help there? There you go.
Take it away, Doc. Let's go 25. We're going to go ranking 25 through 1 and see what we got. And
There you go. Tears for Fears is putting out a massive album here, and there's something that grows over time. I think it wasn't there at the time for me at this time in '85, but there's some good songs on here, and Head Over Heels is one of them for me. So It's going to make my top 25. It squeezes in there. I got Pete Townshend's solo "Give Blood" coming in right behind it. I think it's a great tune. There's a couple off this album that I really like. This is the one that it's a great Townsend tune, man. We're going to tell you, great riff in this song. I think there'd be Motley Crue. There is, man. This song's really good, man. Home Sweet Home's a great tune. To me, anyway. It's Motley Crue's not pumping out a whole bunch of hits for me in a lot of senses, but this is a hit. This was a really good song, if you want the truth. It's outside their zone in a lot of senses, too, but it's a good song, is what I would say. Don't Bang the Drum, The Waterboys. This is the CD, is the album that comes out this year. I fell in love with this album when it came out, and I still love it, if you want the truth. And had it in my collection then. I got my brothers into it. They listened to it. They would tell you if this was the year and this is the album that came out, they'd tell you that's my favorite album of the year, and it'd be really high in my 80s. So Don't Bang the Drum's a tune off of this. It's the unique sounding sound of the Waterboys. It's got a lot of folkish and Scottish and different kind of vibes to it. And but man, it's really, really well put together, this whole album. John Fogerty, Center Field. You probably couldn't go like 3 days in '85 without hearing this one. So it's making my list. It was a lot of airplay, a lot of radio play. It still had the distinctive Fogerty sound, and it's a pretty catchy tune, man.
Yep.
Wang Chung, To Live and Die in LA, man. If you ask me, it's a great tune. That's what I can tell you. Wang Chung doesn't have a lot of great songs. I know. Everybody Wang Chung tonight, that's fine. To Live and Die in LA from the movie is a fantastic tune, man. So it's going to make my list. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms got a great album here too, man. There's a few songs on here that click, and So Far Away is one of them. This was a monster for these guys, man. It really brought them to commercial success, really, if you want the truth. So follow that up with Mellencamp, Lonely Old Night. It's a big album for him too, man. Back to back, I think he's cooking here. So it's a classic Mellencamp Americana kind of sound, but he's got the whole thing cooking with him. He's pumping in some good songs on this album. Lonely Old Night's really catchy, man. Great drum beat in this tune too. The Cult, Revolution. No, not the Beatles, but the Cult, Revolution. So I like the Cult. That's what I can tell you. It's a heavier rock band in some senses, but still a rock band. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they got some really good songs, and this is one of them. Under a Raging Moon by Daltrey there. So they've got a couple of Who guys have some solo stuff out. And here's Daltrey a little higher up on my list than Give Blood Townsend, but the homage tune to Keith Moon from Roger Daltrey is it's a real rock song with a lot of Who vibes to it, but
seems familiar.
It seems really familiar to you, doesn't it? There's Tears for Fears taking 15. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Like I said, they had a monster album here, and I kind of give it props where I think it deserves it. So a monster hit too, and they had a unique sound. I know about the whole "I Want to Be the Beatles" thing and everything else. The first go at that, but then the Oasis thing comes later. But whatever the case, it's still a great tune. The soft sounding sound of Phil Collins on "Take Me Home," man. It's got a few on this album here, and it's this is a biggie. This is a good one, man. I think I've got him down as this is probably his best song on this album. I have it down as. But he's got a lot of songs on this album that could hit anybody. And she was. Go figure. It's my favorite Talking Heads tune, man.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
I just love the simplicity of it, to be honest with you. You know, Psycho Killer. There's a whole bunch of tunes from Talking Heads. I could go down, but this one's always just resonate. Just this simple sound. It's an easy song to listen to, and it's been my ringtone for like 10 years now. So
Wow.
I just don't find it catchy. Still find it catchy, and I find the simplicity of the song the most appealing part of it. In a lot of senses. Straightforward bass beat, and off you go. There's Mellencamp again, just outside the top 10, landing at 12, right on the Scarecrow. It's a great tune, man. It's a little angrier side of John when he's singing it in some senses, but it's a lot of meaning behind this tune too. So, and Mellencamp brings that when he's writing. So, just outside. Number 11, Alive and Kicking, Simple Minds, man. It's my favorite Simple Minds tune. Fantastic drumming in this tune too, man. Once it gets going and stuff like that. But I found the tone and the flow of this, and the piano in this song. Still love this tune, man. It's on my playlist. It's at the top of my playlist, actually. That's just outside my top 10 is Simple Minds.
All right, let's take a look at that top 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
You know, I debate this in my head there, but I really do think Money for Nothing, man, it's probably my favorite Straits tune, man. I really do think that. Yeah.
That's a hot
I love
take.
Sultans and stuff, but yeah, the way that the song kicks at the beginning, man, I'm just hooked right. And don't get me wrong, the guitars, nothing can play with anybody, but it's a great tune, man. I don't know. This is Live Aid from on, man. This is exactly when this hits and goes. Small Town. There's Mellencamp again, man. I told you it was a big album, and they've got 3 of my top 25 here, I think. So this will give you the idea. Tom Petty, Southern Accents, man. It's my favorite Petty album. I think I got maybe 5 or 6 songs on this list here somewhere there from this album. So don't come around here no more. It's I got 3 here in my top 10, I think. So fantastic video outside everything else, but
Absolutely.
yeah.
One of the coolest videos of the 80s.
Definitely, man. You want a piece of cake, you go watch that video. A great Petty tune, man. Listen, there's lots of great Petty songs, and this is one of them. So there's The Cult. She Sells Sanctuary. Told you. I like The Cult. This has a riff that goes on forever, man. And the drop in this is classic, man. So when it kicks, it kicks. She Sells Sanctuary is a great rock song, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Cult, Pump 'Em Out. The title track from This Is the Sea from the Water Boys. It's my number 6. It's storytelling almost on its best in one sense. You know, it's I'd almost leave it at that. A lot of people don't know the Water Boys, or you know, it's passing, or if you do know them, you know what I'm talking about. It's a sound, and if it cooks with you, if you listen to it twice, I think you're in. That's what I would say. You'll respect the craftsmanship of what these guys are doing, man. It's got every instrument in the boat here too. Violins on. Rebels, Petty and the Heartbreakers, man. It's my second favorite on this album, so to give you the idea, but because that is a rockin' tune from Petty too, man. There's Bad from U2 Live. Second favorite U2 song, I guess. But what a version of this, man. This is fantastic. Yeah, 80s at this time, U2, fantastic music if you want the truth. Title track, Brothers in Arms, man. And see, I debate that back and forth. It's I put it here because I just love the song. It's a more meaningful song. I'll stick with Money for Nothing being my favorite song, but I think Brothers in Arms might be a better song. So I'll put it that way.
That's fair.
Yeah, that'd be a fair comparison.
Southern Accents, title track from Petty. Love this album. Like I told you, it's my favorite. I love a lot of Petty. And The Hole in the Moon, man. Definitely a top 20 all-time song for me of all time, and might make my top 10 list. Love the storytelling. Love everything about it. It's one of the best songs ever for me in a lot of senses. Still is to me. That's my number 1.
Nice. I love seeing, of course, the Petty and Mellencamp all over the place. So that's a feather in your cap, so to speak.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
I wasn't looking for it.
Everything seems in line except for that Wang Chung song. That kind of I saw Wang Chung on that list. I was like, geez, what happened, Doc? But
I think a lot of it has to do with that movie being so good and memorable.
yeah, maybe.
It's a catchy tune.
I agree with you, and maybe show up on my list at some point. You never know. All right, let's go
another Simple
to
Minds song too.
Oh, really?
let's go to Brian's list here and see what we've got in store. All right.
I've got Till Tuesday's Voices Carry. Just 80s was just filled with bands that either had just one or two big hits, or they had an album which there was only one song that people liked on it. This album's actually not that bad, but of course this was the big hit off there. And then from Songs of the Big Chair, you're probably going to see a few of these songs here from the Tears for Fears from me. Just kind of a massive thing that it's actually, as big as it was, I didn't appreciate how really solid the entire album was until much later in my life. And then now upon re-listens, I mean, that is such a monumental album. Big shout out for Tears for Fears. How to Be a Millionaire by ABC. Obviously, this is kind of I think this is their follow-up album from to Lexicon of Love, and didn't get nearly as much airplay. But this song, I heard it a lot when I was in basic training. I don't know why. It was just a song they played at the club quite a bit because there was a bunch of remix versions of the song. So it kind of stuck with me a little bit. Doc, I think we had center field almost in the exact same position here.
We might have, yeah.
Yeah, I do have that John Fogerty album, so I really do like that. Fogerty has such an interesting, unique voice. That there's a nice blend of rock music, kind of blended with Americana a little bit. I think it's incredible. This may be a deeper cut for Dire Straits off of that album, The Man's Too Strong. I wanted to put it here. It's one of those songs that kind of grew on me later in my listening experience. So I really I like the album as a whole. Now this one has really kind of climbed up the ladder a little bit. I've got What You Need from NXS. Another one of those ones where I think this song Listen Like Thieves, I believe is the name of the album that this one was on, and it's just prior to them having their massive breakout with Kick, where their sound kind of changed a little bit, became a little bit more poppy in a lot of ways. So I got Home Sweet Home as well. I saw Motley Crue in concert probably 3 years ago here in down in Bangor. Alice Cooper opened up for them. Crue is not quite the Crue that they were, back in the 80s, but it was still fun to listen to them play some of these songs. And this was the encore song that they played. I also have Take Me Home from Phil Collins. It's just a massive, No Jacket Required was just a massive album for my generation. I think there was at least 4 songs that charted in the top 40 from this album. And this had to make my list. Again, Tears for Fears is here from Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Great, harmonies between the two members of the band there on this particular track. Rock the Bells. I mean, I'm going to have hip hop here, guys. And if we continued together, I would have more and more hip hop as we go. LL Cool J was one of the first hip hop artists featured on Def Jam Records. This, very, very stripped down early hip hop, in which there isn't a lot of sampling or anything, or any of the intricate mixes like there is nowadays. So everything was very streamlined, but LL was like one of those guys that everybody kind of built their brand on when they started doing hip hop themselves. Sink the Pink. Doc, there's not a lot of good songs on Fly on the Wall, but Sink the Pink is one of them. The guitar riff on the bridge is just absolutely incredible. It just catchy as hell. I mean, just an awesome song by AC/DC. Can't say much about it. I think maybe one other song is on that album that I would like, but after that, it gets pretty slim. I got And She Was as well, Doc, for the same reasons that you do. I got Small Blue Things by Suzanne Vega from her, I think it's her debut album that this one was on. I actually liked that album quite a bit. I just picked it up here recently for I think like $12 at a used record store. So, and this is a song that for some reason I had never heard this song, and I'm not kidding.
Wow.
It's like maybe about 4 years ago. I don't know what it was. It's that the Hooters I completely missed listening to the Hooters or I may have heard it and just not even known what the name of the damn song was when I was a kid. You know, it could have been one of those situations, but I really like the song. I think it's really cool and interesting, and it kind of fits the 80s. And then All the Love is kind of a sentimental pick because I met my first fiance at a Night Ranger outfield concert, and like the next day, the very next day, she had a song dedication to me, and this was the song that she dedicated to me. And then I had all these people asking me, you know, are you the Brian that she was talking about on the radio? I go, yeah, that's me. Whatever. Didn't work out anyway, but you know, outfield's a dirty word in my new household, so we can move to the top 10.
Top 10, baby.
I got How Soon Is Now here. I mean, they put it on subsequent albums or reissues of albums from the Smiths, but this one I think was just originally released as a single when it first came out, and just a really great Smiths tune. You see it on a lot of movie trailers, particularly like I think The Craft was one of them that kind of came to my mind. But I'm a huge
the Charmed TV series, that was their theme song.
Is that right? Yeah, and it seems like that song is on quite a bit of movie stuff that's kind of squeezed in there. Our ginger guy here, the lead singer from Simply Red, and the song Holding Back the Years. It's such a well-written song, and I just saw something recently about him talking about the amount of tail that he got during this time span, particularly in the 80s. And I was just amazed that someone that looked like him was getting all that tail, but that just shows you about how music really goes. Brian Ferry's The Chosen One here from his Girls and Boys album. I really think he has a great distinctive voice, and I love this song. Driver 8, my favorite song off of Fables of the Reconstruction from REM. Don't Lose My Number. See, we're here with Phil here. This is my favorite song off of that album. Very catchy. Don't You Forget About Me. Obviously the theme song from The Breakfast Club. Doc had Live and Kicking, but you know, the Simple Minds is, you know, quite a classic album and band to listen to during that time frame. I've Got Money for Nothing a little higher here, Doc.
Yep.
Really great guitar riff. Obviously, in the music video was like cutting edge at the time. And it kind of fell in line perfectly with the MTV generation surge that was going on, and that just pushed it even further into the front. Small Town by Mellencamp, I've got it as well, Doc. Much higher than you. Don't Come Around Here No More. This is my favorite Tom Petty tune, period.
Wow.
And maybe that may have a lot to do with the fact that the music video was just so incredible, and I'm a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. I wrote, you know, term papers on Alice in Wonderland. So it's like one of my favorite books. So this certainly falls in line with that. And I've got She Sells Sanctuary at the top of my list, Doc. I think the guitar riff in that is top notch. This is where I feel like they found their sound. That whole album with Rain and everything else there, I think they found their sound. And this is the cult at their magnum opus right here, this album and this song. So that's my number one.
Right on.
Right.
Love the Inhibitors from my own Philadelphia, PA. They were a big local band, and somehow they caught on with that Nervous Night album, and they had several hits off it. Also, the Smiths, who I'm not a fan of. I was watching a movie 2 nights ago called Killer, starring Michael Fassbender, where he's a serial killer, and he plays nothing but Smith songs to get him in the right mood. And that song turned up on that movie. I had subtitles on, and I saw How Soon Is Now, so I knew that song from that movie.
Nice.
Great stuff. All right, let's go to Randy. Any comments? I like seeing Tom Petty up that high, and Mellencamp. Good job there. Two of my boys.
Oh, yeah. Great. That's a good. The top of the list is sweet, man.
And we knew REM would show up somewhere on the list, so good job there.
Good.
All right, it's Randy's turn.
And first of all, I kind of want to apologize. Bad, the live version of Bad by U2 would be in my top 25. It would be in my top 10. But since I already picked the album cut, I didn't pick it again. But
that's all right.
Just want to clarify that.
We're good.
Anyway, 925, I got Change It, Stevie Ray Vaughan, amazing guitarist. He had some great singles. This actually wasn't the single off the album, but it had a great MTV video. 24, The Rose of England, Nick Lowe. catchy tune, taking on unfiltered patriotism, because there was actually a song called Rose of England, a patriotic song in England. But it's a great Nick Lowe tune. At 23, I got Downtown Train by Tom Waits. I also really like the Rod Stewart cover, but this is one from the great classic album Rain Dogs that I really love.
Mm-hmm.
22, I've Got Money for Nothing Here by Dire Straits. This is actually a song that I really have fond memories of, because it was my first time I got to travel by myself. Well, I went with a friend for my first airplane trip to South Padre Island that we had some fun there. But and I remember playing this song. This song was on the radio all the time. 21, I've got When Love Breaks Down by Prefab Sprout. They kind of specialize in that layered sound.
Yeah.
Song of Heartbreak.
Yeah. That's a Steve McQueen album, right? Yeah.
20, I've got Dirty Old Town by the Pogues. It's actually a 1949 tune, but the Pogues give it new life here. 19, I've got Burning House of Love by X. Some thought this was too radio friendly for X, but I loved it and loved John Doe's vocals on that one. 18, I've got And We Danced Here from that Philadelphia band, the Hooters, that Rich said. But those are such a catchy tune, and their second album was actually the album that really broke them.
Right.
17, I got three famous artists and big bands in a row here. I got Hard Woman by Mick Jagger, not known for his solo work, but this is a wonderful ballad, I think. And then I wasn't copying off Doc's paper, because I have number 16, Under Her Raging Moon here. Great rocking tune by Daltrey.
Sure it is.
And then I got 15, I got Give Blood here from Pete Townsend.
Nice.
So,
Right on.
14, I've got I Saw It on TV, John Fogerty. I've always loved this song. He kind of sings about this historical events that he remembers as a kid, watching them unfold on television, which you couldn't really do that now with how television is now. But, and number 13, I've got Southern Accents here, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Now, Sam may be upset at me, because I always said that I actually liked Johnny Cash's version more, but I do love Tom Petty's version as well. 12, I've got Born Yesterday by the Everly Brothers. This was kind of a comeback album of sorts, and this is just a great tune written by Don Everly. If you don't know it, check it out.
I don't know it. No, I got to write it down.
No.
I don't know it either.
And 11, I got the John Cougar or John Mellencamp song here, Small Town. Great Midwest rock.
All right. Whoop. She Daisy. Top 10.
Oh, there you go.
Number 10, you'll see a few Waterboy songs. This is kind of a powerful mythological song. The Pan Within, one of several, as I said. This is probably my favorite album of the 80s, is the Waterboys This Is the Sea. 9, I've got Don't Come Around Here No More, Tom Petty. Like I said, they had the great Alice in Wonderland MTV video. 8, Centerfield. I've got that here. Put me in, coach, as I say. 7, Brothers in Arms. Like you said, it's just a wonderful title track about the futility of war, and just great Knopfler guitar solo in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
6, I've got People Get Ready by Jeff Beck and Rod Stewart. This was another one of those songs on my South Padre Island trip that I remember being played on the radio. I just like the meshing of Beck's guitar and Rod Stewart singing. I just thought wonderful cover of the Curtis Mayfield tune. 5, I've got Raspberry Beret by Prince. Prince kind of goes psychedelic pop with this infectious tune. Some pretty clever lyrics as well. 4, I've got Rain on the Scarecrow here. Mellencamp, just song concerning the plight of the American farmer. This is about the time he was getting involved with Farm Aid.
Yep.
3, I've got actually 3, Hole of the Moon by the Waterboys. Just like I said, Doc said, just has so many great elements. You got trumpets, you got these saxes, you got the synthesizer, just everything just works, I think, on that one. Number 2, I must be a bigger REM fan than Brian, because I got Driver 8, number 2 here. Great jangly guitar by Peter Buck, and it might be my favorite REM song.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Song. And number 1, I've got Don't Bang the Drum by the Waterboys. This is the kick-ass rock tune that kind of opens This Is the Sea album and doesn't let up. So many great songs on this album, as you can see, that I think. But this one's the one that kind of sets the tone for the whole album, I think. And that's what I got as number 1.
Wow. I think everything kind of falls in line. I'm really surprised you had the Prince tune that high. I thought the Hindu Love Gods had a really good cover of that with Warren Zevon and the members of REM that did a cover of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else kind of falls in line with what I expected coming from you for sure. The Everly Brothers tune I gotta listen to. I've never heard it.
Right.
Yeah, it's really good. Lots of love for the Waterboys there, Randy. I like that.
Big time.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. All right, let me just jump in quickly. I'll run through these. I was running out of space, actually, in my top 25. So I stuck in Addicted to Love by Robert Palmer, just for that video with the chicks with the black dresses and the red lipstick and swaying back and forth. It was so 80s. It had to squeak in. I also agree Downtown Train by Tom Waits, one of my favorite Waits songs, although I love the Rod Stewart version as well. The Hooters here at 23 and 22, And We Danced and Day by Day, both radio-friendly songs. In fact, we just lost one of the DJs, Pierre Robert, who was a DJ here for 44 years. He just passed away this week, and he's in the video Day by Day. He was a big promoter of that band, and they dedicated a lot of stuff to him later on. Number 21, Minutes to Memory off of the Scarecrow album by John Mellencamp, sort of a hidden gem on that album. Number 20 is Silent Running by Mike and the Mechanics. Can you hear me? I just like the song in general. It's right in my wheelhouse. 19 and 18 are back-to-back Mellencamp's, or Fogerty's, excuse me. The Old Man Down the Road. I just love the riff and the vocal. Classic stuff from Mr. Fogerty. And Centerfield, you guys have mentioned that, a baseball-themed tune. Love it. So that's at 18. Voices Carry, surprisingly, from the Amy Mann band here, Till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Makes the cut at number 17. I've got 16, Don't You Forget About Me, Simple Minds. Of course, Brian mentioned The Breakfast Club, which, it's all over that particular movie. I Drink Alone by George Thorogood, which I enjoy. I'm not a drinker at all. I don't drink, but I like the references to Jim Beam and some of the other brand names, Johnny Walker and stuff like that. I like that song. Number 14 is So Far Away from Me, So Far Away by Dire Straits off of the Brothers in Arms album. Really solid tune. Number 13, Southern Accents. He's fantastic ballad. Personal song for him. And I know our friend America on the Sam will appreciate that. It's one of his favorite, if not his favorite, Eddie tune. And She Was, that's got a lot of love here from the Talking Heads.
Yeah, it has.
Catchy as hell. Easygoing. It's just, I think Doc said simplified, and that's exactly what it is. You can't help grooving to that song when you hear it. Number 11 is Lonely Old Night by John Mellencamp. Again, that Scarecrow album is big to me. I'm not from the Midwest, but I like that, what he's talking about, and the farmers and the open space and how it feels to be sort of isolated at that time. Let's go to the top 10. Small Town, again, Mellencamp, one of his better tunes, and that's going to make my top 10. All You Zombies comes in at number 9 from the Hooters. That's been mentioned. I really like the Heart song, These Dreams. I know the album takes a lot of grief because it's not really a rocking album. It's a lot of ballads and softer, fluffier stuff. But this is a well-written tune, and I believe it's Nancy Wilson on vocals instead of Ann. I've always liked that Number 7 is Forever Man, Eric Clapton. Fantastic tune. I'm a Clapton fan. May not be popular because of his surly personality and stuff like that, but I think his body of work stands alone and for itself. I mean, he's been around since the mid 60s, and he's still occasionally will pump out a good tune. Number 6 is Don't Come Around Here No More from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Again, I love the song. I love the video, but when I think of this song, I always think of when I saw him in concert. It was always a highlight of the show. A lot of strobe light stuff with him on the stage, just running around, and especially towards the end when it builds up. It was a wonderful performance every single time I saw him. Number 5, Bad Live from Wide Awake in America, which is, I think, an EP that came out from U2. Excellent version of a great song. Number 4, Money for Nothing, Chicks for Free, Dire Straits, Sting doing I Want My MTV as a refrain to Knopfler's guitar and singing. I love that. It's well put together and definitely an 80s iconic tune. Number 3, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. The harmonies, the vocals, the two of them, very symbiotic, and just a wonderful 80s song again. And a lot of these times when I'm ranking, I'm ranking them according to the decade or the year they appear and how they impacted me. So that's why it's so high. Number 2 is Rebels. In my handful of favorite Tom Petty songs, I've got all of his albums. Great stuff. Again, a concert highlight for me. Down in Dixie, One Foot on the Pedal, and I like the lyrics of Tom Petty on that. He's the coolest man on stage that you've ever seen. You know, unfortunately, he left us too soon. My number 1 tune is Rain on the Scarecrow by John Mellencamp. I just love the way it drives home that beat, and he's talking about 97 acres on 97 farms, and it's just a wonderfully written tune. And I don't think he gets enough credit for his songwriting. He's writing about things he knows about in the world he lives in, and I think it comes across really well. So that's my favorite song of the year.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very nice. I don't think there's any surprises. Maybe if there's a surprise, Rich, it would have been that you feel as strongly as you do about the Heart being in the top 10.
Yeah, probably so. Probably
that's probably the one that would surprise me the most. You know, considering it's, like you said, a little bit more of the pop mainstream than their rock stuff from the 70s. You know?
You could say they sold out. I mean, coming off of stuff from the 70s,
I saw them in concert for this album, so they were fine. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. I like the sisters. I think they're really good performers too.
And a lot of love for that Tears for Fears too, man. I didn't know it was that much love for it, to be honest with you.
That's just a great song. Really great song. Even
their harmonies are really tight. They're very tight.
If you spin that song today, man, it grabs you. I'm sorry. 40 years later, it's great. All right, so that'll take care of our individual list. Now we'll take a little break. You guys can gab if you want. I'm gonna go pull this other one up here. Here we go, guys. This is the grand finale of our list. 1985. Let's just run down the songs here. Tom Petty squeaked out. We had all 4 of us had him in the top 10. We had a 6, a 2, an 8, and a 9 for a total of 28 points. Of course, you have those bonus points for being on everybody's list. Rain on the Scarecrow and Small Town finished 2, 3, followed by Money for Nothing and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. A lot of big songs. And She Was. Look at that. All 4 of us had that one too. All 3 of us in the teens, 1 in the 20s. There's She Sells Sanctuary. I was the only one that did not have it. You 3 all did. Southern Accents, The Hole of the Moon, Rebels, Center Field. A lot of the songs we talked about. Driver 8, Don't Bang the Drum. What do we have down here that we didn't talk about? What You Need. We covered that. Yeah, all these songs were mentioned. Sink the Pink. There it is. 15 and a 26.
Just Ben, told you.
Randy had I Drink Alone. Nice job by Randy at 43.
I can't believe I didn't have it.
Very good.
I couldn't either. I thought you liked. I think from prior videos, I thought it was high up. There's To Live and Die in L.A. I had it at 45, Doc. You had it at 20. Silent Running. Brian had it at 50. I had it at 20. Nice. Addicted to Love. There's that. Rain by The Cult. The Cult did well. They had a lot of representation. One More Night, Running Up That Hill, the Kate Bush tune.
Yeah, I knew Randy would have it as well, so I figured is where it would be. Yeah,
yeah, that's very predictable there. What else do we have? Little by Little by Plant. Doc and I had it somewhere along the list here. I at the time I liked this song by Howard Jones. No One Is to Blame. I hadn't heard it in years. We each had it at 35. Isn't that weird?
yeah, that is weird.
Your Love by The Outfield. I happen to like that tune. It Ain't Nothing to Me. Another Petty tune. Doc had it. I had it. Small Blue Thing. I saw it on TV. There's the Mick Jagger tune. X. What else? Anything standing out?
Well, one more is going to stand out to me just because of a previous video you did. When you get to it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe that you're the only one that had Rock and Roll Girls. Bitch, wow.
I like that song. I do. Walk of Life is another one I was on the island with.
Yeah.
I like that song too. There's Never, another Softball by Heart, which I enjoy. You Belong to the City by Glenn Frey. I think it's a good song. I'm sorry. I like it.
It was on Miami Vice soundtrack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sting, If You Love Someone, Set Them Free.
I had Maps and Legends there, Randy, too. You didn't give any more love for
R.E.M.?
Did I have another song on there? I can't remember now.
We had Dylan on the show up here with Dark Eyes. Randy had that at 34. Willie Nelson made the cut at 36 for Randy also. Doc with a Supertramp tune. What else is new? Good job.
Yeah, well, exactly. There's Doc with his Shake Your Foundations. I had Farron from Prefab Scout, Randy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Farron Young.
Yeah.
It's about it's named after the country singer in one of his songs.
Right.
And I almost put that. It almost made my list.
Cool. I was running out of material.
I have the American cut of the album because they didn't name it Steve McQueen. They did overseas, but when over here they weren't allowed to name it Steve McQueen. It's called something else.
Yeah, I can't remember. I have the Steve McQueen version.
Yeah.
What else is on here? Part-Time Lover, Stevie Wonder, Bad Attitude.
Helix, wow.
Yeah. And Rough Boy by ZZ Top. Doc had that one hanging. Walking on Sunshine. What a cornball song. I had it 49.
I thought you'd have a replacement song, Brian.
Right there. 122.
You know, my favorite stuff from the replacements is on Tim and Pleased to Meet Me. It's not on Let It Be, you know. So
Mary's New Car. I sort of don't love that song, but
I know you don't, but I think it's pretty damn catchy.
That's right. That was on my bad songs on
albums. I remember. That's why I said that's for you, buddy. I put that one in there because I like that.
I do appreciate that. And I had the classic We Are the World with 19,000 people singing on that one. So there it is. All right. Another fun video. Let me get rid of that and go back to the main thing. Anyway, I just want to make a personal message to the people that have watched this series from when we started 1965 through 1985. We're going to, my decision, I'm going to cap it here. We did 20 years. I'm burned out. I want to do some other material stuff. I hope my viewers and subscribers don't hold it against me, but we're going to end this series here. I thank everybody for watching and commenting, and we do appreciate everything that you've done for the channel. But it's time to move on with new material, and we're going to try some experimental things. They may work, they may not. In the meantime, go over to Brian's channel, where all four of us will be giving each other different songs that we don't know, evaluating them. I recommend watching that series on Brian's channel. Of course, Randy Nelson has his own channel, and he'll be doing his thing soon, I'm sure, with the different years and looking at movies, TV, music, albums, the whole 9 yards. So please check those out. In the meantime, give us your 1985 songs, wrapping this series up. And we do appreciate all the correspondence. Thank you very much, everyone out there. Thank you guys for putting up with my hijinks, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.